Well, I got a pretty interesting start to the morning this morning. So I will admit I have a headache, but it's not caused by what had happened. So I was just chilling, and it's one of those mornings where I wasn't fucking recording. It's really weird. Ooh, excuse me. I tried looking on my dash cam to see if an emergency video was filmed, but I guess because, once the car is completely turned off, I guess it completely stops recording, which that really sucks. I wish it would automatically start recording like beforehand, just in case, but oh well. I did not catch it on video, sadly, and I wish I was recording something, but I was on the phone with my dad. I was on the phone with my dad right before we were leaving to the second building, which is where I am now, and I was on the phone with him. By the way, rest in peace to the people who got shot up at the shooting in Australia, but that's going to be for another video later. I was talking with him about that, about, the gun control, so much for gun control, right? Australia, just in general, so much for gun control. And all of a sudden, boom, I got rammed in the back by a fucking truck, big old fucking GMC Sierra. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck, brother? What the fuck, brother? So, and it was a fucking nasty little smack. It kind of launched me forward and all that. And I was just like, whoa, bro. What the fuck, brother? So, I got out, and it was a big old truck. And I thought they were trying to leave. I thought the person was about to leave. So, I threw my hands up, and I'm like, where the fuck you going? Like, where you going? And it was a girl. She reparked, and it was a girl. And I was like, oh my God, bro. Fuck. Yeah, it was this girl, man. I felt so bad for her because her car was fine, thankfully, but she dented. She didn't, like, fuck my bumper up too bad. There's just a big old nasty dent in the back of my car now. And so my car is still drivable. I'm not hurt, so I'm still able to keep going with the day. But that fucking caught me off guard, dude. I was like, whoa, bro, what the hell? So I said, I'm sorry to have to do it, but I'm gonna have to get your insurance. I hate to do it. But I spend so much on insurance already. We spend so much on insurance that I can't be in charge of that one. I can't be in charge of that one. And she was very cooperative. I'm not gonna say her name for her privacy, but I know her name. But, oh, man, dude, I felt so fucking bad for her. Because it's a Monday morning. You just want to leave. She just finished PT. She's a soldier. And I felt so bad for her. I was like, I'm sorry if I kind of came out kind of strong with throwing my hands up and whatnot. Like, I was about to fight. Because she's like, oh, no, you're good. I was like, I thought you were going to flee for a minute. I was like, I thought you were going to leave for a minute. And I thought you were a dude. Because you drive a nice, big fucking truck. That's what I told her. I was like, this is a fucking big, nice truck. And she was like, oh, no, you're good. I was like, because I didn't want you to leave and flee, and then, because her car wasn't damaged. So it was just kind of like, oh, my God, But I didn't record it, sadly. She said something about her cameras, but rear view cameras don't record. At least in mine, it doesn't record. And the Challenger didn't record it. My mom's doesn't record. So I don't know if what GMC trucks, if they do, but yeah, shit happens. But I was parked, I wasn't driving, and I'm not taking fault for it. And I was like, it's not my fault. And I told her, shit happens, but you got to be careful when you fucking rear because she came out fast, dude. She fucking really, like, she gunned it, like must have like really kind of because me, I'll slowly pull out and make sure nobody's behind me. She fucking really gunned it and went back on me, and I was just like, whoa, bro, what the fuck? But yeah, you got to be careful with that shit. Small girl in a big truck equals disaster if you're not careful. But that's just being stereotypical. I was just kidding when I said that. Anyone could drive a truck. But seriously, though, like, it wasn't... She was very cooperative. She was very nice about it. She gave me her phone number, her information, but Oh man, so I was just like, whoa, but other than that, I'm fine. I asked if she was okay. I would hate for her to be in distress because shit happens. I know how that is. I know I've fucking rear-ended someone too, and I self-reported that it was my fault, even though the lady didn't care. She was like, oh no, don't worry about it. It's a company car anyway. Her car was fine. It was my car that was fucked up, but it wasn't this one. It was the Challenger. And the Challenger, I messed up the front lights. And I think I've made videos about it in the past. And, yeah, I completely busted the lights out. And, yeah, so she didn't want to do an insurance claim. So I was just like, okay, I'll do an insurance claim then. And I got my lights fixed and all that stuff. But, yeah, it's just my bumper, my grill, or whatever the hell it's called. It's just the back. And, yeah, it just kind of woke me up this morning. I was like, shit. But anyway, so I'm working with someone today and tomorrow. I guess I'm working with one of the other ladies. So the day is going by pretty fast. But yeah, so, why are they having me work with someone? That's what I was going to say. Because when I left early on Friday, I guess they weren't really braced or prepared for someone to be there for when I leave. So they're just having this lady with me, very nice lady, train with me. So then if I'm ever gone or need sick pay or get sick or have to leave early, then she'll be there. It seems really busy today for some fucking reason, so I really hope, it's kind of a good thing I'm going in at 10:30 because it seems really busy today for some reason. So I just feel really bad for that lady, man. I was like, I'm sorry, to have to do that to you, because she means really well, but she was very understanding about it, and I was just like, oh man, why did it have to be a fucking pretty girl to run into me? I'm just kidding. But seriously though, like, why? Like I guess that's my excitement to start the week off, I guess. So they got the insurance claims done. I gave her my info. My mom, yes, I still need my mom's help for some shit like that, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, no cops had to be called, nothing like that. But yeah, so gotta get my bumper fixed, and I'm gonna get reimbursed, I guess. So that's nice. I guess I'll get some money back, right? Is that what that means? I don't know. But yeah, they gotta replace the whole bumper now. So it's just like, I don't know. Shit happens, man. Shit happens. But I don't know. I feel really bad for the girl. I didn't really feel good to have to do that to her. But, I just don't want to be charged extra than what I already am, man. For insurance. Because insurance is already through the roof for us. And I don't need to put any mom and I and whoever else in any more hell than we already are for fucking, we need, trying to dig ourselves out. But oh my god, man. But anyway, that's the part 2. Yeah, I got a fucking accident. So we're just hanging out here till like 10 o'clock. Or until it quiets down a little bit more, because there's a lot going on here right now. So, but anyway, I'm just relaxing. Yeah, so gonna get my bumper fixed soon. It's still drivable. Like I said, it's not a big impact, but it was a pretty big impact. So, but anyway, I brought me these snaps for lunch, and I have my mac and cheese, which is right here. That's the last thing. I just brought a couple granola bars and snap peas, which I ate them already, and then mac and cheese, and then that's it. Other than my 2 waters. But anyway, well, I'll be alright. So, bye for now.